Robinson comes in from the Diglis end and bowls again to Idavalatha, who is out this time, caught behind, pushing forward to a good delivery which bounced and left him a straightforward edge. Comes in now to bowl to Libby, and he bowls him. Jake Libby's gone first ball, stumps out the ground, and it's all going wrong for Worcestershire.
Is in bowls to Latigan, who's forward and drives nicely down the ground. He's going to pick up runs here. Ari Cavalis is in hot pursuit down towards the long off boundary. In fact, it's going to go all the way for 4. Yes, it does. Robinson in again, bowls Latigan. Well, he gets an inside edge. He didn't know much about that. Ball comes down to fine leg. Nothing J. Devanukat can do to cut that off. And Ollie Robinson, I remember bowling down here 2 or 3 years ago, picking up a stack of wickets.
8 on.
Here comes Robinson bowls. Short pulled away by Latigan. That's too short. That's a good shot. Nothing wrong with that. He's actually heaved that one away with a wicket for 4 runs.
As we see there, as he takes a big swing at this one, trying to hit it over the leg side, gets a top edge and it goes over the slips.
Playing in the first division as Robinson is in bowls to Latigan, who's struck on the pad, and this time he's given out. And Ollie Robinson.
And Nadkat into bowl. Latigan drives through the covers for 4. Slightly over pitched, doesn't miss out. Big
Latigan, who's crunching this away. It's a lovely looking shot. That's 4 runs. He's a good player, this lad, isn't he?
On. And that is another magnificent shot from Latigan.
He's bowled quite full so far today, and he comes, and that's full again. This one is hit on the pad again, and this time the finger goes up. Rob Jones is dismissed. LBW 37 for 4, now they're 36 for 4. That's edged, but on the ground it lands short of the man at 4.
Came in. That is a beautiful shot from Gareth Roderick. It's over pitch from Cavalis, and he just leaned.
Ambles in past the umpire, outside edge down to third man where there is no protection on the rope, so that'll be another boundary. Cat comes in to Latigan, short and pulled away, and there's a cry of catch it, but it's over the man at deep square. Latigan it on mid wicket and a fine leg on the fence. Here comes Nadkat, and that's guided off the edge. This will be a test at the outfield, but I think it will go for 4. Roderick was genuinely squared up by that one. Yeah, so Roderick dropped on 18 and he drives that one down the ground beautifully. He's played that shot very well today, has Gareth Roderick. The teams know their fate.
We'll look at bowls. He's got behind. That's a good delivery by J. Devanukat. Robinson bowls and a good is he caught? Well, it's low down and Latigan's quite right to wait and make sure that carried, but it did carry.
In comes Robinson. That's driven beautifully through extra cut. Here comes Robinson with the final delivery of this over. It's driven aerially, half a cry of catch, but he's timed that one nicely, has weight. Back-to-back bound.
Robinson comes in, bowls to waiting, punches through the offside. He's going to run away for runs. I think Ollie Robinson was very happy with that bit of fielding by Carter, actually. A good bit of fielding, though, by Allsop.
Decided that as they couldn't see it, and they weren't certain, they couldn't give it. This next one is left alone by Waite, and that is the end of the over, and that is lunch. And Nadkat bowls and Brooks is out. Edges caught, second slip. The unmoved. Nadkat bowls, and this one is hit for 6 by Matthew Waite. Reminiscent of his first ball in the One Day Cup final last weekend. Bowls and down the pitch Taylor, and he is going to be out this time. He's got a leading edge and it's flown up in the air, and he is caught by Ollie Carter at extra cover, and Nadkat gets his 3rd wicket. Underachieved with the bat. So Nadkat bowls, and he's taken on the pad, and he's underachieved today as well because he's been given out LBW.
Point here as Robinson comes in, and that's hit on the pad. Big appeal, and that's out.
Give that from here, I think. He's got his 6 foot.
Ball from Allison moved a long way back into Hughes, and this one goes a long way off the middle of his bat out towards the offside bound.
Taylor in bowls to Haynes, and Haynes drills that away through extra cover. That's going to go probably all the way for 4 runs. It's rolling out towards the boundary edge. Is it a good sliding stop out there? No, it's not. It's gone all the way to 4.
Where we don't have third umpires.
Taylor in bowls to Haynes, who gets that one away through point for 4 runs.
And comes up with in response. Down the track comes Hughes, and it's guided behind point beautifully. Is a factor. It's probably a bit of both. That's driven beautifully by Hughes. The shot of the Sussex innings so far. Length ball outside off, and he dismittries off the bat of Daniel Hughes' bat, and that's hit on the pad, and that is out. You were saying it was out. Surely cutting fixtures shouldn't be that difficult.
Taylor bowls to Carter, who pulls a short delivery away over mid wicket for 4 runs.
Around the country following that as well, I'm sure. That's flayed away through the offside. by Haynes. Another beautiful stroke through cover, but that might be
Taylor in bowls to Haynes, who absolutely thumps that through extra colour. That is a typical Tom Haynes shot. Taylor in bowls to Haynes, nicks behind, and he's gone. And you just sort of had the feeling that Tom Haynes...
Ben Allison bowls the new over from the new road end, and that's skied away down to fine leg. It might be a chance. No, it's over his head. And it's a maximum for Ollie Carter. Just a beautiful pick-up hit over fine leg. Down the track comes Carter. He's hit on the pad, and there's a catch taken. They're appealing for an edge, and it's gone. What a superb piece of field.
Coles on strike now, and well, what an interesting way to play your first ball that is. Coles walks down the pitch, and if it keeps flooding as much as it does at the moment, that's a beautiful shot from James Coles. Over pitch from Tom Taylor, only slightly driven, perfect.
In my opinion, in comes Allison, bowls to James Coles, who plays beautifully. He's a class player, James Coles, and actually, if you that's a shot. I mean, the on drive for a right-hander, you would know. Allison bowls. Oh, and Allsop's lost his middle stump. No question about that one. That is comprehensive. Ben Allison into bowl to John Simpson, and Simpson cuts firmly. What a lovely shot that is. Crunches the ball away through the covers for 4 runs. Bowls. And I'm not sure what happened there.
He tried to take his bat away and got an inside edge, I think.
Yeah, I think he did get an inside edge. Well,
here comes Gibbon, his first offering of this match. It's a low full toss which is driven through the offside, and that'll be 4 runs for John Simpson. Now Loosener, first delivery from the new man, and he is punished through extra cover. Simpson faces up to Gibbon, and that's a glorious shot down the ground. Dare I say, the best shot of this Sussex in.
They're in a good position as Waite bowls to Coles, who drives through mid-on for 4. Sprawl, I think probably straight behind the arm is most important.
Well, Coles has set up that one by depositing it over mid-on for 6, straight towards us.
Utter rubbish.
Pulled into the leg side, that'll be 4 more. Short ball dug in by Gibbon behind Roderick, and that's a rank drag down, pulled away, and that will be a boundary. I think the umpire is just asking the question whether it went for
the bowlers.
Simpson moves to 30 with that, and he'll move to 34 with that shot through the offside. Back-to-back boundaries for the Sussex captain. Short and down the leg side, 1 delivery. Certainly a man he can learn from is on strike now in Simpson, as that one's pulled out in front of square on the leg side, and it's another bowling from Worcestershire at this point, as that's flicked off the pads, and there's 4 more.
Yeah.
We take things a bit slightly more mature, as that's pulled away into the leg side, and that will be 4. And that brings up 1 milestone. Very positive, if not aggressive, and he's positive there with a big drive. It's not where he intended it to go, but it will be back-to-back boundaries. Over. Wait, on a good length, defended into the offside. Once again, there's no runs, so big over that for James Coles. Both 50 coming up on today, and also 1,000 runs for the season, and he does it just in time for the tea break, as with 32 overs remaining in the day.
Isn't it? Not too bad. Oh well, Coles down the pitch. Gives Taylor a bit of his own medicine. Taylor tried to do that a bit earlier today. Came down the pitch, just walked down the pitch. Just break off as Taylor bowls, and Coles slice this one away. 1 bounce over backward point for 4. Width from Taylor.
Allison round the wicket bowls to Simpson, who pulls successfully for 4 runs. And what a way to bring up your 1,000 runs for the season for John Simpson.
Taylor in bowls and room to Coles.
Shot.
Wow. It's a half volley outside off stump.
Allison, tall man in bowls. Coles advances down the wicket and absolutely hammers that one away. Over mid wicket for 4 runs. There were cries of catch. It wasn't far. In again. Bowls. James Coles hammers this away. It's gone for 6, I think. Oh, it just bounced inside the boundary rope. 4 more. Gibbon in again. Bowls. Coles bowl. Beautiful shot. That really is a very classy shot by James Coles. To bowl to James Coles, who hits this one firmly through the covers. What a lovely shot, and what a lovely way to go to your 100 for James Coles. That's a super shot and a super 100 as well. 100 and 105 balls for James Coles. It's been full of excellent shots all around the wicket.
Lacked a bit of threat in the attack. That said, Gibbon bowls. James Coles bowls, and Simpson is working this one away off his pads down to long leg. Runs the first one quickly, won't come back for 2. Thought about it, but Matthew Waite quickly to the ball. End of the over. Simpson keeps the strike, and it's 228 for 5. Simpson has 62.